Recording. Hello everybody, this is David Lee. It's live business talk once again. We're coming up to Passion to Profit in a very short time. What I thought I'd do is I want to give a living, breathing example of what Passion to Profit is, and I've invited a couple of guests along, and tonight's call is going to have a bit of a difference. I'm not going to be asking all the questions to the people that are on the call this evening. I've invited three people on the call this evening. One of them is has been on my calls previously. Her name's Reggie. She's also calling herself by her full name, Regina Cavallo. She's coming on. She's been a Passion to Profit student for the last 6 months, and she's really at the age of 21 going through and learning a lot of these business fundamentals from the very, very beginning at a time where most of her friends, people all around her just haven't got a clue what this is, and it is a complete difference in the way she's approaching business to what she's ever done before. And I want to invite a couple of people on this call. I've invited Patrick Powers, who's got a vast experience in business communications, lead generations. How are you doing, Patrick?
I am amazing, thanks. How are you doing?
Very well. And the other guest on the call this evening is Marie O'Riordan from Ireland. How are you, Marie?
Excellent. Thank you so much, David. It's great to talk to you again.
It's great to hear from you too. What we did notice is that I'm from Australia, Regina's from the Philippines, Patrick's from Denmark, and Marie, you're from Ireland, so it's very international. We're across the globe at the moment.
The way it should be.
So thank you very much for joining us. We have not rehearsed this call this evening. What we want to do is we're going to help a young person who's starting to see a bright new world, a different world in front of them. And I say, Patrick and Marie, can you remember the time when you were starting out, where you had all these challenges from the very beginning and wondering what you're going to do next to go out into the brave new world? Can you hark back to those days? Do you recall?
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what we're going to do... Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Yep.
No, I'm just saying back then we didn't have any internet or, all the access to knowledge we have today.
That's correct. That is one of the big differences, that we didn't have access to this. We didn't have this open channel of communication. It used to be the old days where you were a separation of 6 degrees from any person in the world. I think that's gone down to about 1 or 2 now because of the technology. But I want you to, I'm going to introduce Regina to you both. Regina, you there? Do you want to say hello to the others as I unmute you? Marie and Patrick, introduce yourself, Regina.
Hey, Regina, how are things?
Hello, Reggie. Hello, Regina.
Hi, everyone. I'm glad to be here.
That was pretty crackly. How did it sound to you guys?
Yeah.
You can hear us now. We can hear you this time. That's better. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to show a bit of Regina's story, if you don't mind, Patrick, because it will help you as you start introducing your expertise, what you've learned over the years. The people listening on the call, Regina is going to represent you out there. If you brought your kids onto the call tonight, that's even better, because she's asking the questions that somebody that age starting out is asking themselves. So if Regina, you can hear me, let's just go through what we can see at the moment. Can you see those photographs taken 6 months ago at an Armand Morin event in London? In January, where you were hanging out with my family and Rick Otten in Manila. We're down near where you live in Philippines in the bottom left-hand corner on a holiday. And then you are having a bit of fun, hard at work. I'm at home talking to you. You've got your friend in the back office and you're taking a 5-minute break. Tell us a bit about the journey for you from, say, what's happened to you, and also the journey for the last 6 months as well, so we can fill in Patrick and Marie so they know where they can help you the most during this call. So let's take it over with you, Regina.
Okay, so looking back at what happened 6 months, I don't know nothing about business. I only got a few, but it's not really good at doing this. I just labeled myself as a graphic artist, having a job mentality, just thinking about the income, not living dreams. I mean, I have a dreams, but I wasn't really living with it. I mean, I don't have any money. Like, I'm just because I was just at my young age, and as I also encountered someone. Someone had even asked me when I was doing this, when I started working with you. Someone had even asked me if I do have a capital in my business. I told them I don't have any capital. I don't have any money in the bank. I only have the intellectual capital, and with that I was able to produce the life that I wanted. So from zero, from nothing to walking to the journey from producing the life that you really wanted, from developing the what I do.
Now, Marie and Patrick, I know that the line's a bit broken up at the moment, but what I said to Regina as she was going along, that it's what you put into your head, it's what you put into your mind that makes all the difference, rather than the financial capital or lack of it, and it's really the intellectual capital. She has gone through this journey and continues to go through this journey, and the transformation is very real to people that are looking from the outside. We don't always see it within ourselves. And she was mentioning there about this journey. Now, one thing when I give Passion to Profit and I talk about it, and I want your input on this too. I don't know if you've been to Philippines or you've been to countries like the Philippines, where there's a lot of it's very densely populated in the cities. But you compare life where you live in London or in Ireland, and I say to people, you know, that everybody's got their challenges, Patrick and Marie, but in London and in the United States and in Australia, places that we know, you know that it's possible to break free, because you see people living in nice houses, driving nice cars, and going to nice restaurants. You know inherently that it is possible, and yet when you go to other countries and you look around and you see most of the population, you don't get any role models that are breaking free. You see everybody filling the same shoes, living day to day, just survival mode. And I say to people, what's your excuse? If you're living in London, United States, or Australia, or Denmark, or Europe, what's the reason that you're not? Because you know it's possible. Have you two got any comments? I'll start with you, Marie.
Yeah, I think this is so powerful, David, and I thank you, and Regina, thank you for sharing this. And you know, you truly reflect what we're doing here in this call this evening, and it's the true ethos of Passion to Profit, because I can hear in your voice, I can hear in the story you've just shared, the notes I'm taking here live right now, that you truly reflect what Passion to Profit is all about. And I'm very excited to be on this call. And you're right, David, as well, because at the end of the day, you're talking about a mere 6 months in your life, but already I'm getting the feeling that what you're seeing and what you're witnessing and what you're feeling in your life for you and your family is true, real-life, tangible results. And at the end of the day, none of us can be on this call unless we're getting tangible results, real results in their lives for people. And you're so right. I mean, I was there at one point in my life myself where I had a JOB, and as some people say that JOB stands for just over broke. And you know, the money mindset is important as well, Regina. I totally get that, because it is in your mind. I mean, you know, I spoke at an event actually last night. We spoke a lot about mindset and people and income, on the cap that people put on their income. And one of the most powerful things I did for myself in the past was scaring myself and adding a zero onto the end of what I had earned 1 year, and actually doing that and far surpassing that within 12 months, which was interesting. But you're right, David, when you talk about, you know, wonderful, beautiful parts of the earth, like where you're from, Regina. You should be very proud from where you come from. I started volunteering abroad when I was 16 years old. And I know what it's like to be in countries deemed as a third world country. I don't believe that, because the spirit and the resilience of the people is what matters. But yeah, hugely overpopulated populations, but massive resilience and spirit and survival mode. You're right. And you know, I've been, you know, on the streets in third world countries, and I've rescued children from the slums, etc. So I've been on the ground. I got my hands and my feet dirty in populations like that. I'm not afraid of it. I'm proud of it. It made me who I am today. And Regina, I'm so thankful that you have a passion for profit and passion to profit here tonight. Thank you, David.